Oh, okay. So the wife got on instead of the husband. Okay, that sounds interesting. I mean, let's be honest, the IQ of them isn't really that important. So anyone could probably sit down and destroy them, but they're not smart enough to understand. So that's just their worlds are so small. They'll be talked down to and they won't understand.
I'm just curious if anyone else on the show has brought up like internalized misogyny to you.
Yeah, I get it every day of my life. So you don't know my background,
okay.
but I wrote a book about the history of feminism and how almost everything that the normal person thinks about it is actually wrong. The way that the feminist liberation movements unfolded is garbage that was rewritten history by women's studies departments. And I debate feminists all the time, so this is normal for me. Of course, I've heard absolute garbage bullshit like internalized misogyny. It's not a thing.
What the? Yeah, I was wondering when they brought up internalized misogyny. I mean, what the heck is that? I mean, is it where you basically are like, I don't even know. I don't even know how to describe something like that. It makes no sense. It just sounds like this catch-all term. It was just like, oh, that person doesn't like me. He just internalized misogyny. Or that guy who just doesn't give me the time of day. He's just internalized misogyny. It's just like, what? What? I don't get it.
It doesn't exist. It's pure cope.
Okay.
I love women, but I do think that women have proper roles. And I think that the biggest problem.
Gee, who would have thought? Who would have thought? Who? Oh, so she was going to bed and they basically said, oh, bring your wife on. Bring your wife on. Oh, my gosh. They need to learn.
The problem with you and most of the other girls that have a problem with me is that you don't understand that this modern world and all this beautiful technology around you that you're sitting in right now, if it weren't for men building that and maintaining that, you would have no illusion of being able to be.
You know, it is a dark take, but one of the worst things that happened in the U.S. was women joining the labor force. It's absolutely dark to say, but it is the truth, because as soon as that happened, guess what? They had to bring down what each job was worth because they had to start paying for two households. And then when two people in the household started working, you need both people in the household. It used to be where someone working at a factory could pay for his wife, could pay for his 7 children, and could live in a house. They could do all of that on just that one income, just a factory worker, just one man. But no, the women joined the workforce and there were specific jobs. And then guess what? The dollar dropped. And since then, the dollar, it has just dropped and dropped and dropped and dropped and dropped. But sadly, it was when women joined the workforce.
Be a strong, independent woman and have all these choices and do what you want.
But why do men do all of that?
They do it because they're benevolent and they are good. Isn't that crazy? They're
to want to provide. It's that simple. Wanting to provide. You know how, like, I'll get somewhat sick and my wife tells me to take a day off of work. You know what I tell her? No, I'm not going to use my sick hours to take a day off work when I can use those when I might actually need them. No, I need to provide. It makes me feel useful to her, to my lot in life. It makes me feel like I'm going somewhere. I don't need to take a day off because I'm feeling sick when I'm perfectly functional to do the job I need to do. It's not like I'm throwing up or anything. I'm just feeling a little ill. It is fine, absolutely fine. We want to provide.
Actually really nice and they care about us even though they don't have to.
But they're getting something out of you.
If men were as bad.
Are you not getting something out of the guys? Well, I don't think she is. Let's be honest. She is not getting anything. Nothing. Well, I'm pretty sure any woman can find a simp anywhere. That's the thing. It's always, statistically, it is easier for a woman to find a guy than it is for a guy to find a woman. There's a reason why, especially recently, a lot of guys have become the term incels because they've been ignored, they've been pushed aside, they've been belittled. The attractive kind of general women, which I guess are the other ones except for the big one here, the other ones, they used to work at like retail stores just as cashiers. But now that the internet has become this thing, they're either streaming on Twitter or Twitch, or they're on OnlyFans. Well, Yeah. But that's the thing. It's just like they used to be in the real world, but they've been taken out. And that used to make someone who didn't have the ability to talk to women at least be able to see something rare. But now all you get are the trolls in society. Yes, I'm being belittling, but it's kind of destroyed. And then a lot of guys realize that it's like next to impossible to find a good woman. I mean, that's why I have always said I hate more Western women. This mindset is absolute poison. Absolute poison. And if you look at the guys that they're in relationships with, they're like brain broken. They aren't functioning human beings. They just aren't. They're like someone took out their brains and put a chip in there. And all they do is nod and yes. They don't really have any opinions. They just speak what's being told. They become a puppet. But because case wrong kind of women too. What? Sorry. I did not read that properly. But yeah. Because the case wrong kind of woman too. Well, oh yeah, they chase the wrong kind of women. Well, yeah, I mean, that's true. I have a friend who, no matter what, always picks the wrong one. And like, there's that term, like, there's the wrong pick, or are you the wrong pick? Do you keep picking wrong, or are you the wrong pick? My friend keeps picking wrong. Literally, feminism is all about selling your body online. It is in the US. That's considered woman empowerment. I mean, walking around topless is considered women empowerment. I don't understand how that's woman empowerment and not kind of demeaning. Absolutely demeaning that you're not showing respect for your own body. How do you expect a man to show respect for your body or other women's when they see something like that? Whenever I see this round table of people around it, I know a convo is gonna be so dumb. Yeah, because they only know what's going on in their own brain. They don't have the capacity to sit back and see what other people do. Or even more, look at history. What have men done throughout history? We were the ones who would go out of the cave and hit the wildebeest over the top of the head with a club and bring it back home. All the woman had to do was stay there. Stay hidden in the cave. They didn't have to venture out. Throughout time, it's instinctive for us. For us men, it is for us to provide. It's for us to protect. It's instinctive. And you can't go away. Like the guys who are with these types of people have been so brain broken, they're so far gone, they don't want to protect. They don't have that instinct. And what's funny is if something happens, guess what? They're going to be complaining that their boyfriend didn't do anything. Well, of course not. He's been conditioned to be against everything he's supposed to stand for.
Bad and misogynistic as you think, they would put us in cages and we'd be, baby farms. There would be baby farms.
I think you might be a little bit of a baby farm.
Because they could. No, they could.
You're a bit of a baby farm. Haven't you popped out 5 children?
What? I feel sorry for them. I have 4 brothers. 4 brothers. My mother had 5 kids, and it's the greatest thing she's ever done with her life. Her words, not mine. Her words, not mine. I keep telling her she made a mistake. There are way too many of us. But she absolutely loves each and every one of us. My dad absolutely loves each and every one of us. Of course, he wanted a daughter, but after the 5th one, he's like, all right, I'm tapped out. It's too many. We have 5. 5 is too many. But yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous. There's a difference between being a parent, nurturing and caring, than being tied up, locked up in a cage, and forced to pump out children. And if anyone knows anything about like the Ottoman Empire and like those Islamic raiding nations back in the day, what they would do to women and the cages they'd put them in, that is an actual baby farm, okay? And they would take out the babies that didn't look Muslim enough. They would take out the babies that didn't look enough like the father. That is what you need to think about when you think of like a baby farm. Not a married couple. I mean, how stupid do you have to be? How stupid. Just because no one wants to have a kid with you, woman, that doesn't mean people don't want to have children.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
a baby
mother.
farm.
Oh,
I think that's the ultimate form of
insult?
sex work, actually.
What's that?
I think that you popping out 5 children is the ultimate form of sex work, because without those
Why-
children,
Why
would your
are you
husband
using
provide for
degrading
you?
language. Wait a minute. Why
you
are
think
you
your
using
parents
degrading
are a
language?
baby farm?
Popping out babies. Popping out babies? This
Well,
is so
if
you're
you-
against
If you didn't
people having babies?
if you didn't provide children, would your husband marry you?
Yes. 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 I don't get it. I don't get it. If they didn't want kids, guess what? They wouldn't have had them. There's all kinds of contraceptives. There's all kinds of protections you can use. If they didn't want kids, they wouldn't have had them. It's not one person's decision. If anything, it's the woman's decision more than it is the guy's. How stupid do you have to be, woman? See, this is where I feel like we need a Sean Connery back in the day, where he's like, sometimes all they need is a little slap, and because it's just like, oh, how can she be in a relationship? She's in a relationship. How? How? What kind of guy has put himself through this to think that this is? Who thinks like that? Yeah, I mean the ideal. Like, there's a reason why. The ideal, what is it called? Man fantasy is a loving couple that potentially has children. That's considered the man's fantasy. In modern day, that's the man's fantasy. How bizarre in life have we gotten where the man's fantasy is far more neutral than the woman's? Is far more toned down than the woman's? Like, this is so bad that instead of trying to support what feminism is, these guys are trying to just hate men. Yeah, that they are wanting to reverse roles to what they see a good equation would be. They're wanting to put men in the place they believed women were. In their own head, they made us effing evil like we are humans, like we aren't humans, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, but that's the thing. Is like they're wanting to course correct history. Sure, there have been bad apples, but there have been bad apples on both sides. What was the queen that would bathe in the blood of virgin girls? Queen Victoria? It was one of the queens. She would bathe in the blood of virgin girls because she thought it would keep her younger longer. There have been heinous people throughout history, without a doubt. Without a doubt. But you can't say it's gone both ways. It's crazy. This is absolutely stupid.
No.
Exactly.
Why should he?
Exactly. So you're a baby farm to him.
Marrying
No,
someone is
these
also
are
about
my
starting a
children.
family.
Yeah.
It's funny. She's fighting with her own. It's like, yeah. It's about starting a family. Well, it's not about starting a family. It's about finding someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with. That's what it is. You find someone you want to spend the rest of your life with, and then maybe down the road, you're like, you know what? I think it's time we have children. I think it's time we shared our love with something else, someone else. I guess someone would be the correct term, right? Yeah. Unless you're in the U.S. and the child can change whatever they want on any given day.
Family.
These are my
A
children
baby
too.
farm,
You
essentially.
should be so lucky because you're gonna die alone.
Oh,
Probably
okay.
early.
Thank
Probably
you so
early
much.
on
Wait.
top of that. So
Thank you.
The fat joke on top of it. Die early. Yes. When you're overweight, you're at risk of dying young.
So much.
I mean, if you would you like me to go wake up my children and get them down here too, so you can tell them that they're like
No.
gross little.
I don't think it's appropriate.
That
I don't think it's really.
How do you think it's appropriate to tell the mother that she's being used to have children? Are you saying that she doesn't love her own kids? Are you just because you don't want to have or can't have kids yourself, or no one will ever have kids with you, doesn't mean that she doesn't love her own children. It's absolutely insane. And you're talking about, oh, it'll be rude to the kids. What do you think you're doing to her? You're not even thinking.
them out that they're the result of baby farm. I mean, take your little snarky little insults and shove them up your ass, because
Okay.
Do you think
it's
your
women like
parents
me.
did that?
It's women like me who are doing
My parents only
what
had
women are
one
supposed
child.
to do.
My parents.
Oh, only child syndrome. Only child syndrome. So technically, they probably should have had 5 kids as well. Because guess what? She ate the amount of 5 kids.
Are
had one.
useless. You are a useless heifer who has never done anything except
You're
gratify your
a
own
great
desire.
woman.
Be nice.
You're a very godly woman, aren't
Both of
you?
you be nice.
You started it. Hey, you can dish it out, but you can't
I
take
started it. Didn't you come on here
called
talking about
me a
McFlurries
baby
or something?
farm. You called me a baby farm, and now you're going to pretend to be offended? Get the fuck
I
out.
said you're the ultimate sex worker, actually.
Okay.
she's a
Yeah,
mother.
me being devoted to one man for 7
Oh my gosh. They just can't fathom that. They can't fathom that. It's society's gonna get ruined, because the thing is, kids are growing up watching these. Are growing up, well, not so much this one, but are growing up watching these. That all the others. They're growing up watching them. I mean, heck, there are clips on like TikTok and Instagram of like minors walking up to OnlyFans models and going like, "Oh, I watch you. I watch you. I really like watching you." It's just like, what?
17 years and giving him
You're the
children as
ultimate.
sex work.
You're the
Okay.
ultimate
So your
sex
parents
worker.
are also part of a baby farm because you were born.
My mom had one child and she
What does that
also
have to
worked.
do?
She, but I know that my parents would have gotten married without having to have children.
If I milk a cow, the cow's still providing milk, though, even if
On
I
the
only milk him
farm.
once. So you're
Now
calling
look,
yourself.
we don't believe that marriage is only for the purpose of children. Had we gotten married and for some reason biologically I couldn't, I had a medical issue and could not give Andrew children, he would not have divorced me and he would not have left me. That's not what we believe in. We believe that marriage is also a sacrament of our church. You don't get divorced for a reason like that.
Yeah, you're committed to someone. It's a promise to the other person. It's not about, oh, you can't do this for me, I'm gonna leave. I don't want to keep demeaning, that religion like that, but it's not like that one religion where a woman can't do her job. You can leave them just because they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and then pick another one. It doesn't work like that. It's about being respectful.
However, why would a man marry a woman who's giving him nothing like you are? You don't bring
See, you just don't
anything
value
to the man except
you don't
what?
value women for just being us.
Being what? 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 Can you answer that? Being us. And what is that? What?
Like you just don't.
I
see,
value people, but that's different than what a man would want to get married for. Why do you not understand these basic distinctions?
a man could want to
Same-
get married without wanting to have children, but that's not.
You can't talk to these kinds of people. You just can't. You just can't. I don't understand. I seriously don't understand. How can someone talk to someone like this? It's like there's nothing but jello in their brain. They have no lumps in their head, okay? It's just completely smooth. It's just smooth. It's smoother than my bald head. Let's just say that. That's how smooth their brain is. Holy gosh.
What your husband did with you, honey.
No man does
Honey.
that except for a simp. There's a guy who's
Yep, exactly.
just
Men-
a
some
cougar
men just don't wanna
materialist
have
who doesn't want a
children.
family.
Sweetie. Sorry.
Sweetie, honey. Yeah, I love these feminists are always sweetie, honey. They get so sassy, but this is going to be
You're
Clip's
very
gold.
sassy.
Yeah. Well, listen, I was dragged out of bed because you're sitting here insulting my husband and saying, oh, your wife must be some victim or there must be trauma. Maybe your wife is bad to you. You're saying all kinds of personal garbage. And then when I come on here and tell you what's what, you're like, how dare she? She's so mean. She's not a good Christian. It's like, well, then don't say this stupid shit, lady. Don't come on here.
Yeah, don't attack. You're obviously in the U.S. Don't attack someone and expect not to get attacked back. That's legal in the US. It's called self-defense. And right now it's verbal defense. You started the attack, obviously, and now she's here reciprocating, and you are so sensitive, so squishy, like a freaking potato that just a single divot, you don't bounce back. That divot remains there. She's teased you, and now you're like, oh, I'm so hurt. They left a mark on me. They're just insults. They're just insults. And what woman who's married to a man that they love is not gonna get angry about you insulting her? If someone was like, it's happened before, where people have left like heinous comments or things like that towards me, she will get enraged on my behalf, and I'm just like, it's just morons. Just leave them be. They're not important. They're really not important.
And talk a bunch of smack, and then when I come down here and set you straight, you're like, oh, I'm shocked and offended.
You definitely didn't set anyone straight.
Well, the chat disagrees with you, and it's
Okay.
straight, not straight. I don't know.
What do you
Women
have?
do this
I think
weird
it-
thing where they say
You're just
strawberry. and
pandering.
I think
You're
it
just
shows.
pandering.
I think it shows the type of woman you are. The fact that you got out of bed and came down here to not only
To defend her husband. Yes, it does show.
defend your husband, but to defend women at the right instinct that they should be in. So
Hell, the main reason I do the stuff I do is because I was really shamed for not going down a career path. I had a full college scholarship that I declined because I wanted to be a mom instead, and everyone around me thought it was some massive tragedy, that I was going down the wrong path. I was going to regret not being a career babe. Everybody said, oh, it's such a shame you're just a mom. And turns out there's nothing I could have done with my life that's more.
My wife is just a wife. Just a wife. I had to look at my wife because everything she's saying, I was just like, huh, I'm the sole working person. My wife even refuses to join me while I'm streaming. Huh, maybe I am the sole bread earner. Maybe she is just gonna. Well, she's my manager. That's what I'll say. She's my manager.
More meaningful than having 5 children, raising them well, and being a good mom. There's nothing I could do in the career world that's going to last the way that will have a lasting impact in this world. And I was shamed for it, and I was made to feel like, oh, I was losing somehow in life. So yeah, I don't.
Are they breeding? It's like there are already 5 there, and then you see one walk in through the background, and I'm just like, what? Where are this? There's probably an OnlyFans farm off the camera. Forget a baby farm.
I don't want other women to feel that way. I want to stick up for women who do want to be good wives, who do want to be good mothers, who think that that's a worthwhile thing to do with their lives.
That's the sad part, is that really used to be the thing. A man used to go out and actually be the one to be the breadwinner, and the wives would stay home and tend to the flock. They'd tend to the house. Because again, housework used to be a full-time job. It used to be washing clothes by hand, having to clean out the house because you didn't have like ventilation, you didn't have everything. Everything was done by hand that it became a full-time job. It wasn't until modern day where like the richer and wealthier ones who stay full-time home. There's a reason why there's a lot of the like crime TV, which is based off of women who are at home cheating on their spouses because guess what? They no longer have a full-time job. They're no longer taking care of the house. And most of the time they actually have a nanny too that takes care of the kids because their husbands can afford it. That they end up cheating. They end up doing other things. They just want to go out and do something. Everyone needs something in life to kind of drive them. That they really do. Everybody does. Like, I've encouraged my wife to get back into drawing. She started playing the piano again. I mean, she's just, I enjoy that. It's good to have hobbies. And I honestly would rather push her down that route than for her to get bored and start seeking other people. I mean, I don't think you would. But at the same time, I mean, it's good to have like a dedication. It's good to have something you enjoy doing. Like, I enjoy doing this. Yes, I work full time and I always find the joy in working, even though sometimes I'm just like exasperated at it. I'm just tired of it. But at the same time, it's still good. I know I'm providing. I know I'm bringing what I need to the table. And I'm happy as long as my wife sticks with her hobbies. And hopefully, eventually, start recording it again. Follow her page. Force her to start recording. But yeah, I mean, it's just how it used to be. And women now who choose to do that are like demeaned consistently. And it's just like, no, there's nothing wrong with that. But there's also nothing wrong with picking up a hobby as well. There's nothing wrong with working. I mean, heck, you think all these people actually have a job? No, they sit in front of a camera. They're basically doing what I'm doing, but they're completely clothesless. And yeah. That's basically it. That's all the content they provide. They can't provide anything else. Maybe. Oh yeah, they collaborate with male content creators and the occasional I didn't want to go too explicit, just in case.
Lives, and not have them be subject to being called baby factories by disrespectful, chunky heifers with attitude problems who can't even properly articulate a single thought in their head.
The guy. Oh my gosh. Let's go back to that.
Good mothers who think that that's a worthwhile thing to do with
Check
their
'em out.
lives, and not have them be subject to being called baby factories by disrespectful, chunky heifers with attitude problems who can't even properly articulate.
All the rest. She's laughing. She's kind of got a smirk on her. Some of the others are trying to hide it. But oh my gosh, because she literally hit the nail on the head right there.
A single thought in their head. So with that, I'm going to go to bed, and you guys can talk to the nice Wilson instead. Maybe you'll feel better now when he comes back on.
Continue pandering to men.
Rachel? Shoot.
Good night, Rachel.
I was gonna let
Love you, Rachel.
I'll let the TTSs come through. I had to pause them temporarily just so we could allow Rachel to have the back and forth. So a couple TTSs are going to go through. We're going to try to wrap up the show here pretty soon.
Well, practicing gentleman donated $69. To all the women, how often do you receive an honest opinion about anything from an adult, straight male that is neither related to you, nor wants any kind of romantic/carnal relationship with you?
How often do you receive an honest opinion from an adult straight male?
Woo! Because they don't. They just like this, they get paid anytime someone asks them something. And then it's someone who's asking him to do something.
That is neither related to you nor...
Mike Davis donated $69. Just tuning in. Wait, this blue whale only dates $1 million plus earners to cover the food bill. When her fetus gets in the car, the tire sent.
Everyone's jumping in. The funny thing is I feel sorry for this guy. Because he seems like a real guy. Or a simp will be offended on her behalf. A guy will laugh at it because it's funny. It's absolutely funny. If someone's overweight, you tease them for their weight. I tease my friend for being overweight because he knows he's overweight. It's that simple. You can work to fix it, or you can get on crap. What's that new drug? Ozempics. the coward's way out.
Says pop on.
Bro.
He's smoking.
Warlord 69, you donated $69. Baby farm. You are the ultimate farm when you're eating for more than 2 people. Do better.
Bro.
You guys only fuel the weight loss. Like, do you not realize I've already lost 70
pounds? Can you
pounds?
guys start fat shaming me, boys? I need to lose some weight.
Yeah, please
I got a dad bod.
Start getting on him.
Get on me, guys.
There's nothing wrong with a dad bod. It means you're at least moving. Yeah. They're all coming in immediately. It is just like, oh my gosh.
Guys, fucking roast me.
Giovanni
This is the
J.
roast
donated
session.
$69.
It's the roast session. Thank you, Giovanni.
Growing a family with your loving
Thank you,
husband
Giovanni.
is a baby farm. Farming produces commodities. People with children don't see them as commodities. Exposed yourself and your view on children.
Ooh.
I'm just saying, if
By the
your
way, you
husband
weren't
wouldn't
totally
marry
anti-natalist. I
you,
just want to point that out. Totally anti-natalist.
Antinatalist.
Like people who need help with
Babies.
getting pregnant.
You called my wife a breeder and said that she was a sex worker because she had my children.
I mean, that's kind of what it comes down to a certain point. Like,
Oh,
you
boy.
would not marry and provide for her if she could not have your children.
You should probably
Yeah, I don't think you understand the
They-
distinction in faith.
They talked
And
about
that within the
Yeah, she
confines
talked
of
about
our
how
faith,
he
that's
would
not even permitted.
he would not divorce her if she couldn't have children.
No duh. It's like she didn't hear anything that was said, and then she heard like 3 other things that kind of agreed with her.
But the beginning stages of their relationship were that they decided they were going to have children. If she said she didn't want to, he would not have married her and provided for her.
If there was a,
How do you even know that? You're
We
just making
talked to
these kind
her.
of
No, we talked to her.
You're just kind of making these broad assumptions. But the thing is that she asked this fantastic question. So what? What would be the problem with a man having a preference of a woman who promises him children so his lineage can live on? How would that make her a prostitute? That's insanity.
That's not what I'm calling a prostitute. I'm saying that if
What? What? That's literally what she was. Oh my
the
god.
ultimate form of sex work.
That's what you're saying. Sex work. A prostitute. Guess what? Is a sex worker. OnlyFans models. I use the term loosely. Or guess what? Sex workers. Corn stars are guess what? Sex workers. Yeah, I had to correct it because apparently last time I said it with a P.
That would be the ultimate form of prostitution. What do you
They're
think
not
sex
the same
work is?
thing.
What's the difference?
She had to have sex with you in order to make the children.
To say
There's
that
like-
modern dating
there's-
culture
It's just you had to sleep with them in order to make the children. No duh. But that's the purpose of that act. That is literally the purpose of that act. To have children. It is insane. It is insane that there is no other way to have kids than that act. Oh yeah, unless you're just Mary and you're just gifted a baby. I'll just say that. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Just popped into a belly. But it's just like that's the only way to have children. And you're talking about all these women who just do that act as a hobby, as their source of income. That is sex work. How does she shut off her brain for that? Yeah, she literally is a cow. Put her on the farm. She could provide a ton of meat for people. I don't think anyone would want to eat it. It's kind of spoiled, but it's just like, what the heck?
is unfair to men is too generous.
For coming in.
It's anti-life. Men the marshal they provide and women are their dignity in exchange. Death for men, humiliation for women. Whatever.
It's anti-life. Men the marshal they provide are their death. Oh. Thank you. Thank you for the
GMD
TTS,
Jim
man.
donated $69. Holy shite. Did the beluga say that Rachel is not attractive? Rachel is the most attractive woman currently on this show. Hey Crisco. You will never be worth 1% of Rachel Wilson.
I didn't say that she was unattractive. I said there might be animosity towards Star because Star is considered more attractive.
Wolsey Poo donated $69. God, she's awesome, right?
What you're doing is you're making this kind of argument which says the only reason Rachel thinks this is because she's jealous of X. It's a non-argument, right? I can say the same thing.
No,
Say
I
the only
think it
reason you're making the
plays into
anti-natalist argument is
everything.
because you're jealous you don't have children. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair argument right there. You can't just say someone's jealous of someone because of X, Y, and Z. Anyone can make that speculation out of anything. But the truth is, someone who is more triggered to attack and say those, what is the term where people are more likely to accuse others as to what they themselves are actually doing? And she's always accusing other people of other things because she's the one that's probably jealous. She's the one. I mean, that's just the truth of it. If someone isn't even thinking of jealousy is on the table, guess what? They're not even going to bring it up. The fact that she brought it up, it's probably, there's something there.
make such an argument because it's absurd. It's an absurd argument.
It's not
The
absurd
thing
to think
is,
that she has
it is absurd.
internalized
Prove it.
misogyny because a more attractive woman is trying to say that you are basically a
All
misogynist.
you're saying is that all that you're saying here with your argument is it's not absurd if it were true. That's not an argument. That's not demonstrating it's true. It's just asserting that it's true. Demonstrate Rachel Wilson is jealous of fucking any of you. Go ahead. I'll wait.
I'm sure deep down
wait.
she might be.
That's not an argument. That's not a talking point. That's nothing. That's just you trying to cope because you're unhappy with your life. See, I can do it too. I can do it too. But the funny thing is it literally looks like you're pretty unhappy with your life. I mean, you've eaten yourself into the grave. It'll be they'll need a crane to take you out. Let's just say that.
Okay, are you going to demonstrate it or are you just going to assert it?
Excuse me. Sorry, guys.
It might be just an internal thing that
Right.
happens when
no
someone has
evidence,
internalized
no proof,
misogyny.
no logic, no nothing. You just made it up
Well,
because you
you're
have
the
no
one-
Just like the internalized misogyny. It's nothing. It's just a huge nothing burger. There is nothing there of substance. Absolutely nothing. And they just say it as if it means something. And all the annoying bimbos nearby will just nod their heads like, yeah, that makes sense. How? How? Because you heard the word misogyny? Seriously? Is that how it works? How about I just call you all retarded? Does that work?
argument.
Okay, Andrew, you're the one who said that every woman sitting here is making judgments in their head about who's more attractive. So your
Yep.
wife doesn't do that.
No, I didn't say that she wouldn't make a judgment as to who's more attractive or less attractive, but that wouldn't make her jealous or not jealous.
Yes, it would. Yeah.
No, absolutely not. I can tell when someone's more attractive than me, but guess what? I'm more happy than most of those people. In the end, it doesn't matter. I can look at a guy and be like, that's a sexy man. But in the end, it doesn't make me gay or it doesn't make me, jealous of him. Maybe I wish I'd work out more, but heck, I have a job and then I have this and then I have a wife to keep happy. But in the end, it's just like, I'm more happy than that person probably is. At least I know I'm happy. That's the difference. She's obviously unhappy that in her head, she's surrounded by all these probably, I'm guessing, popular OnlyFans models. I have no clue that she will never get anything unless they're a chubby chaser. Unless they're a chubby chaser, and I've known one before, and he was, he was a character. He was a character, but at the same time, I mean, it's just, it's a non-argument. It's a non-argument. The problem is for people who live their life jealous of others, it works. It really works. For people who live their life unhappy, saying something like this as an argument works because in their head, they're constantly unhappy, that they're always thinking that way, that in their head, they're like, oh yeah, she must be that way, because they can only see the world through their own limited perspective.
Yes, it would.
I'm sorry. Wait. I'm sorry. Are you saying that I could claim that another man is better looking than me and that would mean I was jealous of him? Or a woman could claim another woman is better looking than her and you're jealous of them? Does that even...
Yeah. I was basically saying the same thing. It doesn't mean I'm jealous of the person. It just means I can tell. I can tell. I mean, before I would have been jealous, just like, gosh, dang, he could probably get a girl. But he's probably unhappy. But at the same time, I was always happy with myself. I always was. Yeah, it's strange. It's strange. I've always been content. And then I I was always content. And then I met my wife and then I became happy. Did I say it correctly this time? I always am seeking approval. I'm always seeking approval.
make fucking sense to
It
you?
could, yes, it could cause some animosity.
No. Stop inserting the word could. That's very sneaky with the language. Anything could.
Why is she doing that with the doll? It's been creeping me out. It's just now before she was just holding it. Now she's rocking it as if it's a child. What the heck is going on? Oh my gosh. Must be because they get a dopamine release thinking that way. Yeah, they do. I am sure a lot of these people feel great. Like, there's a reason why there was this huge push for plus size women to be models. because a lot of the everyday woman felt inferior to seeing these models plastered everywhere. That all the inferior women couldn't measure up to that. So guess what? They pushed to have the obese cow be promoted. So it makes them feel better about themselves. It's always about themselves. You can have a group of guys, they can curse each other out. They can belittle each other. They can constantly make references to each other's mistakes in the past, and guess what? They will still be best friends. One woman says one thing that's negative to another woman at the wrong time, they will hate them for the rest of their lives. That's how it is. And honestly, most female groups need a plus size in their group because it makes them feel better about themselves that they're giving to they're including someone of extra need. That's just how it works. That's literally just how it works. It's just, oh my gosh, these people are just so freaking, and this rocking baby thing is just creepy. I can imagine her stabbing someone in a few years. Clip that, ship it. We'll see. It'll probably end up like on a Tozy's feed. It's just like, here was this OnlyFans model who pulled out a knife from underneath her fake baby.
Could do anything. Does it entail, if you understand a person next to you is more attractive than you, that means you're jealous of them? Does it actually mean that or not?
I think your wife might be jealous of the fact that
She keeps doing it as if it means something. Might. It's like, oh, you did all this analytical talking, making sense, but I think she might. And then more analytical talking, making sense, but I think she might. Or just like, seriously, put her out to pasture already. Put her out to pasture. Clean the pool. We don't need this.
Question. Answer the question. Don't divert again. Answer the question.
I think your wife could potentially be jealous.
Oh my gosh. Could. Might. Possibly. I mean, broaden your vocabulary a bit more. I know I don't have a wide-reaching vocabulary, but at the same time, I'm not in a debate. Well, technically, if I was in a debate with any of these, anyone could destroy them because their brains just don't operate.
Could, potentially, I think, no demonstration, no evidence.
I literally said the exact same thing. But he has a wider vocabulary, of course.
Just wild assertions that you came up with on the cuff because you had no argument.
I'm not gonna lie. That was a good one. All right. Sheesh. I'm frustrated. It's just like, how can, like, I believe debate is important. I believe there should be people who don't get along or don't see eye to eye in the same group. That really should be it. People should be like that. Oh my gosh. My brain's rotting. My brain is rotting. It's like my brain is melting because it's like, how stupid can you be? Seriously, how stupid can you be? Oh my gosh, what the heck? All right.
You guys got a video? It's so bad.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Wait like that.